Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome all of you back to what the last few weeks has sort of slowly been leading up to. The top 10 worst DSP gaming moments of 2023. Now, some of you guys may have noticed as well was that this is not actually by Secret Limited. This is done by Agent Proper. Now, the reason why is because Secret Limited unfortunately decided to retire from YouTube and sort of stopped, well, inconsequently stopped talking about DSP gaming as we know it. I think Secret Limited still talks about DSP on Twitter, or X as some people choose to call it now, apparently. So I generally wonder if DSP himself probably feels a little bit relieved over the fact that someone quite prominent when it comes to things like DSP has finally been silenced. However, unfortunately for DSP, there are plenty of other people who actually picked up exactly where Secret Limited left off. And there will be videos coming where I sort of talk about what DSP thinks about Secret Limited and what Secret Limited thinks of DSP. And, well, let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, that despite Phil thinking that he's been sort of let off the hook, he sort of hasn't, because things like this exist. And this is nearly 6 hours long. So I imagine that DSP's 2023 was an unbridled disaster. So let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. The top 10 worst DSP gaming moments of 2023. Here we go.
Before we get started, because we got a lot to talk about, I just want to remind everyone, here on DSP Gaming, there is zero tolerance for outside drama and nonsense. Here is a fun and positive community. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast. We're busy having fun down here on Level 1.
Hey guys, Darish here, and
My new YouTube channel has launched. Please head over right now to DSP React.
Yeah, that was like a couple of fake new channels that Phil started up again.
Please support today's React stream, because again, every video I put on that channel keeps getting demonetized. It's just ridiculous. Two of my own videos of watching my own content yesterday during the marathon have been demonetized. Was a 2.5 hour Destroy Darkseid Phil show and make money.
Damn, Phil's starting to gray as well. Okay, number 10. Here we go. Right as soon as we get past the static. Okay, here we go. That's sick. Okay, here we go. October 23, DSP gets sick. Phil has bad news. He is feeling under the weather. He sends out a tweet to let his viewers know he is moving DSP versus the internet, his weekly React show. Oh. That kind of sucks, actually, a little bit. Spider-Man 2. DSP makes a, DSP makes a YouTube community post say he is showing up for the night stream of Spider-Man 2. Okay. In a rare case, I'm feeling sick and my throat is involved, but it will be difficult to talk all day. In light of this, I'm cancelling the podcast. I'm getting back to bed, so hopefully see you tonight, and sorry about this. I mean, that's more understandable, you could say. It's just one of those things.
Good evening, everybody. Give me a second here to try to get the chat open. Oh, yuck. Apologies in advance. You know, tonight I told you guys I don't feel good, so I am not going to sound good on the stream. There is nothing I can do about that. I am already on decongestants, and I'm hoping that the pain and pressure in my sinuses and head goes away tonight. Because I took one, but I don't know. There's no guarantee. I have, like, no energy. Like, I'm barely moving around the house. I'm like a slug trying to do basic things. And got my drip going down the back of my throat into my throat, and it's making me cough constantly, pretty consistently here tonight. So that's the situation.
DSP, in the meantime, of the last 2 years, has fully embraced his Emperor Bison shtick, even down to the Phil. Oh, what's the point?
Man, I feel awful, and I tried today to recover as much as I could by sleeping in. You know, earlier today I did not do my first stream of the podcast or the react show. I slept 4 more hours, and then I woke up, and you know how you can tell when you are sick and you have a fever? Because you're delirious. Like, I had like crazy fever dreams that make absolutely no sense.
Hang on. No, wait a minute. Is that what all of this is about?
I'm aware of how destiny is gonna take its course, brother, bro.
Phil was not using his time just to sit in bed and play this. I mean, oh god, yes, that is absolutely what he was doing, wasn't he? No one. Oh god.
Brother.
Meanwhile,
I couldn't even tell you what they were. They were just like completely, I was like stressed out in my sleep for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because of the post-nasal drip and the cough. You know, it's in the back of my head. Oh, it's dripping in your throat. It's dripping in your throat. You're going to cough. You're going to cough. So it ends up being like, oh, you got to clear your throat so you don't cough. You got to clear your throat so you don't cough. So I keep thinking about that when I'm trying to sleep, and it's just, ugh. See, guys? Like, I pretty much look the same. I just look like I don't have as much energy, and I don't sound as good, obviously. But, yeah, I don't feel good, man. I woke up this morning. Well, what happened was it started last night when I was doing the Alan Wake stream. I started feeling tons of like tickle and drippage in my throat, and I was like, man, I wonder what's causing that.
He got the dick all in his mouth. Look, shaboing boing, get the dick out your mouth, dummy.
I didn't do my stream earlier, no podcast. I'm now falling behind. Like, I'm behind an hour in Spider-Man. I'm behind an entire stream of Mario, and I'm behind now the React show, which means I can't do Alan Wake tomorrow, right? So I'm way behind now. And then on top of all of that, I have to do the Halloween marathon on Tuesday. You know, it's Halloween. It's either you do it then or you don't do it at all.
okay,
right?
So in all seriousness, however, it is actually it's actually extremely unfortunate that when people who do this full time, like DSP, and when so many other people, I mean myself included, whenever like sickness or things that get you off kilter do happen, it's not the worst thing that can happen, but the problem is that it slows your momentum down like immeasurably, especially when you sort of had it in mind to do many things and you had many things planned, and then what happens if you fall further and further behind? So I don't know if there's meant to be like some twist to this, but it's not really something that I can feel too bad about. Well, that's, mad about, because it's one of those things that's sort of a little bit out of DSP's control. So I give him some leeway on that, for what that's worth.
So I've got to do it then. So it's like it just has to happen all when all this is going on, right? You know, it's just life. It's just life. I'm not gonna sit here and bitch. I don't want to sit here and bitch all night. I want to have fun with you guys. All right, guys. So anything tonight is much appreciated, whether it be a membership, a super chat, or a tip. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably not gonna be mentioning it because I don't feel good. So I'm probably just gonna play the game and relax.
Hang on a second, Phil. You feel fine enough to get all that out, but you don't feel fine enough to actually show, say thanks for whoever's tipping you, even though you've just asked for tips again. Phil, I know, again, this is like beating a dead horse, but this was later to 2023, and do you not know how kind of obnoxious that sounds? Like, what the hell?
To you guys, but it would definitely be appreciated. Keep in mind, I lost the whole stream today. I didn't do the podcast. I didn't do the react show. During this week when already I have to buy food and stuff for my freaking marathon. It's a concern. It sucks. It just sucks, but it's life. I got to deal with it, right? So anything tonight, much appreciated. One of my big concerns is that we're at the end of the month. We've got tomorrow and Tuesday, and that's it. And take a look at where we are with things like memberships, where we were really good. We were at 650 this month, and now we're below 450. And I've tried my best, really, to motivate people to become a member or gift, and they haven't. I was hoping we'd have a big rallying for the Halloween marathon, but I don't know if we will. I don't know if we will at all now, especially if I'm not feeling good, So.
Phil cries while playing Spider-Man. Okay, what's this? DSP missed the Halloween stream, losing out on thousands of dollars. Is that just his words? Well, let's keep going. There has been twice in the last 2 days where I felt I was good enough to stream, then the meds wore off, and then I could barely think straight. Login streak to 2,100 days. Yeah. Oh, he seems alright again. That's pretty quick.
What is up, everyone? Well, Phil here, and this is certainly not exactly the kind of video that I was planning on making this week. But it's a video that I wanted to make for a couple of days. And every single time that I felt that it was time that I could do it, that I could make it, and I could give you guys an update on what's going on with my health, things would just take a turn for the worse again. So what I'm going to do with this video is give you an explanation of what's been going on with me all this week, how sick I've been, how serious it's been, because it's been pretty darn serious, and where I am at right now in the course of my recovery.
It'll be interesting to see what is wrong with him, because I don't think Phil has ever had COVID. I've certainly never had COVID, but it'll be interesting to see if, he was probably, it's still out there, yes, even by 2023, but you gotta think that, I don't know, maybe Phil was just sort of last on the boat, even though he barely leaves his place because he streams all the time. Sometimes. Most of the time.
Still not streaming. And to explain to you what you can expect coming up in the future as a result of all of this, because I know there's a lot of questions from my fans here, like when am I coming back with a stream or whatever, and I'd love to answer that for you. I don't know if I can definitively answer that yet. Okay, so first of all, I'm actually filming this at 10:38 p.m. on Wednesday, November 1st. The last time I streamed was this weekend, Sunday night, which was the 29th? So that is the longest gap in the history of me being an actual streamer. Nobody cares! So here's what's going on. This last week was a very stressful week for me. My internet was having all kinds of issues. I had an incredibly stressful day out on my day off last week. This has been a very, very stressful time of year for me, trying to make everything work and everything with all this other stuff going on at the same time. It's stressful enough trying to juggle all these new releases and plan marathon events and things, but then to have all this other stuff going on at the same time, right? So it was my every intention that over this weekend we were going to focus on Alan Wake 2, get back to Spider-Man, do the react show on Sunday, play some Mario. These decorations were going to be here for a fun Halloween marathon on Tuesday, actually Halloween 2023. I was going to be in costume all day. It was going to be such a great event, right? And then
And then you can put it in a brown paper bag and come put it in my hand because I'm ready to eat. I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games. No! No, and then!
And then?
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 No, and then!
So, I get to the Spider-Man stream, and you guys saw, if you were on that Spider-Man stream, if you've seen the videos, I was not my normal self at all. By the way, I think the lighting is off. Was not my normal self. I was congested. My eyes were burning, like really badly. And my eyes were watering the whole time. My sinuses were all clogged up. So this was a very bad sign. Because not only did I have a throat issue earlier in the day, but even after having slept it all in, I still was not feeling good. Okay? So I was like, this is not good. And I warned everyone that night. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's see what happens. So here's what happened. All right? I went to go to sleep. And basically, that night, it was crazy. Like, I was delirious. I couldn't even have, like coherent thoughts. When I went to sleep, it was just like my mind was racing all over the place in bed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you have, like, fever dreams and stuff, it was bad. It was, like, all over the place. Time was just, like, passing at random intervals. Like, I would think, okay, I just slept for 5 hours, and I would turn over the clock.
Where is this all leading to? Because I've got a very distinct impression this is, like, leading to something. So, we'll keep going, because I'm curious. What is, like... This doesn't even sound, like, that bad. It just sounds like Phil just got a little bit unlucky.
5 minutes passed. Then I would close my eyes and be like, all right, another 5 minutes passed, and I would turn and 5 hours passed. Like, what the fuck? What is going on? Right? Just crazy. Progressively over the night, my sinuses completely filled up and clogged. Okay? Insane head pressure. Some of the worst I've ever felt in my life. Started to fill up above my eyes, up into the top of my head, so you could tell it was the entire sinus all the way up and down through my face on both freaking sides. Okay? So it wasn't like, okay, one side is clogged, I need help with that. No, I couldn't breathe. So how do you sleep when you can't breathe? Right? So I got up on Monday morning, and I knew there was no way that I was going to stream. Okay? I immediately took my temperature, 100-degree fever. Okay, this is awful. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pop a maximum strength Advil. We have them. They're migraine strength. And the way it works is you could either take it once every 12 hours or 2 at once, but then you can only take that once every 24 hours. So well, I'm going to meter this out. I'm going to take one. I'm going to try to kill this freaking fever. Hopefully it'll alleviate some of this inflammation and things I'm getting in my head. And so I did. I took it in the morning. I want to say it was like 9 a.m. Here's the thing. Ever since this started, I can't really taste anything. All right, now I know you're already going to start to say this starting to sound like something. Okay,
Right.
Well, let me finish the story. So it could be because it's COVID. Let's be honest. So I don't know what's going on. I'm like, all right, well, I took this pill. Let's go back to sleep. And that was when I told you guys there's no way I could do the Mario stream, and the Halloween stream is canceled. I don't even know what else is going to happen. All right, and that's really like where the end of my coherent thought ends. At some point, I think I wrote my dad an email to tell him that I was sick and I didn't know what was going on. I don't even remember if I posted up anymore. I think I had said, since the Halloween marathon isn't going to happen, you know, and that was something I was counting on for the end of the month. If anyone wanted to do a last-minute contribution, like if you were thinking of maybe gifting a membership to the channel, please just do it. Like, I don't even think I posted right, because I think what I meant to say
here, and that's the thing. He's just milking this, isn't he? That's why I feel like he's ranting on and on and on. He's just trying to milk this to see if anybody catches on.
It was the Halloween stream is open. You could still go to the stream, and I think you could leave like a super chat or a membership or a gifted membership. I don't even know how it works, but I think you still could. And I think that's what I meant to say, but again, I don't think I said that in the post. So I think people were confused, like, why is Phil saying this when he's not streaming? We can't contribute if he's not streaming, right? Which is a valid point. Really disgusting. And again, I don't know if it's that I've lost my sense of taste or just because my sinuses are not clear. They have not been clear all week. So I can't really breathe, so I can't really taste, you see? Here's the real problem, okay? You're going to hear it in a second. Excuse me. I have postnasal drip. I've had it my whole life, all right? It's awful. I don't wish it upon anyone. Whenever I have a cold, it makes the cold twice as bad. Here's the good news and the bad news. All right, I have good news and bad news for everybody.
There we go.
The good news is, after what, 3-4 days of this, I do feel better now. Like, I'm actually feeling like tomorrow, Thursday, which is my scheduled day off for the week anyway, November 2nd, by the way, I should be getting back to normal now. And here's the other part of this whole equation I have to tell you guys. So, my wife, putting up with me all week, because I've been so sick, right? And she was working when I was sick, you know, and doing everything around the house while I was sick. Now she's sick. She got it from me, you know? So now she has exactly what I have, and she's just starting with the symptoms. So I was like, I mean, hallelujah, that I am feeling better or starting to feel better when she's starting, because what would have happened if we were both deathly sick at the same time? And who's going to take care of us, right? We're going to hire a maid or a nurse to come to the house? Of course not, right? So here's the other part of it. Because of everything going on.
Can I just make a point? Is that, no, you don't need a nurse. You go to the hospital. You find out exactly what the issue is. That's what you do. You don't just, you know, call and they're on your beck and will or anything like that. You just let a professional, someone to actually diagnose you to see what the problem is. It's not that hard, Phil. I've done it. Many people have done it.
And because, yes, I'm well aware, the risk could be that I have COVID. It could be that I have COVID. It's a very strong chance, I would say. Some of these symptoms sound like COVID symptoms to me. We are treating it like we have it. We don't have a COVID test in the house, but we're going to act like we have it anyway.
What?
So we are quarantining. We're doing exactly what we're told to do if you have COVID. So we're not going out, all right, at all. We have, for what we need, we ordered pet supplies. We ordered all of our groceries for the week. It's more expensive. We had to pay way more money to get these groceries delivered this week. We don't even know if the groceries are going to be everything we ordered.
And Phil says that even though he's never actually bothered to test if he has COVID or not. This is really stupid.
You're not guaranteed to get everything, because who knows? I ordered today. It doesn't mean that tomorrow when they deliver, all the shit will be in stock. We may end up with half our groceries. I don't know how it works. But we had to do it.
Cheer up, Phil. I don't think they sell the WWE champions down at 7-Eleven.
We can't be at risk of going out there and spreading COVID to everyone out there if we have it. And we're not going to waste time. Oh, let's rush order a test to take it and see. Fuck that. We're going to act like we have it. All right? Now, when can I stream again? 'Cause I know that's what all you guys want to hear. When can I stream again? I don't know. Obviously, the Halloween marathon, guys, is done. It's not happening. There's no point in doing it in November, right? And I apologize. We planned for it for so long. I'm not kidding you. I spent a lot of money on the costume this year. This is the second most. Actually, no. I think when I added in the extra prop, it was the most expensive costume I've ever gotten, because I wanted to go nice all out for you guys this year. This is supposed to be the year that the marathon wasn't based on contributions. It was just us having fun. And I really liked doing marathons this year as a result of that. And now it gets canceled because of this shit. It pisses me off. I'm already so far behind. There's no way that we can do it. You know, we got to wait till next year to do it. I'm sorry, guys. It's too late for it. Now, what's the other thing that's been happening is this React show that was supposed to happen. DSP versus the Internet was supposed to happen on friggin' Sunday. You know, here it is. We're going to be Thursday. You know, how can we do it? Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. At this point, I'm going to have to ask for some understanding. We can't do 2 React shows in 2 days. It's not going to work. And there's not enough time to even post up like a thread and say, hey, nominate your clips for a double show this week in 2 days. It can't happen. So here's what's going to happen. Hopefully, I'm good enough to start streaming, if not tomorrow, Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest, right? And if that's the case, then this Sunday will be the next React show. And it's going to be the same submissions that we had from last week are going to be this week's show. And then there'll be a new thread that night to post up for the next week's show. And I know exactly what everyone out there is going to say. Well, Phil, how is that fair to those who were members and they were owed an extra show's worth of nominations? It's not. Life's not fair. A day I don't work, a day I don't stream, is a day I don't make money for my family. And I haven't now worked half the day. Well, think about this. I missed part of a Spider-Man stream because my internet was out. I missed the late stream that night because my internet was out. I missed part of the stream on Friday because the internet tech was here.
I don't know if this is just an issue with this video or whether or not Phil is just ranty about nothing and it's making no impression. But Phil, I reckon you could have cut this down to about 10 minutes and we would have got the whole gist. And also, yes, I know, again, you have to go at your own pace in that, but just do other things pre-recorded. Do things in advance. There are perfectly easy ways to get around this. There's always like a good solution to these sorts of things. And Phil, you just don't. Is it because Phil just doesn't want to do it, or is his schedule just so full that there's no time in the day to do any of them? That's my question.
Right? So that I could play Alan Wake 2. Then I missed the React stream on Sunday, and then I just missed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that's what? 7, 8 streams? There's no way to make that money up. All right? None. Zero. So I'm sorry. I really wish it didn't happen. I wholeheartedly apologize to everyone out there. I didn't want to get sick. It wasn't my intention, obviously, to get this sick and to feel this shitty and to not be able to work and not be able to stream and not be able to provide for my family and not be able to enjoy games and to give you what I promised you. I promised you a marathon. It can't happen. I promised you a React show that I never intended to get this sick. There's no way I can do 2 at once, and there's no way I can make up for it. Now with the schedule the way it is or how behind I am right now, it can't happen. So I got to ask for some understanding. If you're someone who's a true fan of mine who likes my content, please understand what's going on, and I hope you're not upset. You have a right to be upset, and if you are upset and you do not want to continue to be a member over on my DSP Reacts channel because there's 1 week that I have to skip the show because I was so sick, then so be it. You have the right to cancel your membership right now, all right? But you have the right to do that. I can't stop you. I would urge you not to, please. I know this has been rough for everyone. A lot of people, they know me as the most dependable guy out there when it comes to streaming and content. One thing to have a day off, it's another thing to have a week off when you can't really afford it. So that's what's going on, guys. I hope you understand. Hopefully this video clarifies, all right? I'll do my best. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I'll be back Friday. Keep your eyes and ears peeled. You know where I'll post up, either on the community tab on the channel or on my Twitter or Bull. But I'll let you know. All right, everyone. Thank you so very much. Hope you enjoyed the video and the update, and I hope to be back soon. Thanks for understanding. See you soon. I hope. Wish me luck. I hope that cat feels better soon, too, because she's now got to go through what I just went through, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone, and now she's about to go through it, so.
Okay,
all
that's
right, everyone.
fucked. I feel
Peace
bad
out.
for Jasper. Okay, returns to streaming on November 3rd, and he would bring up his time being sick as a time of a period of lost money. Also, he's just really milking it this time, isn't he? Okay, so what else did he do? Right, okay, so I feel as if like the biggest thing to possibly take away from that is that yes, it's absolutely understandable, but unfortunately, again, something that, again, Phil, I don't think has ever like truly grasped the concept of is that just because people say, you know, people aren't just going to ring in and say, by the way, we won't be renewing our membership. They just don't renew their membership. Viewers vote with their feet, or rather vote with their hands. And something that I feel like Phil doesn't quite seem to understand is that if you're trying to go for the sympathy route, you don't just immediately do it by immediately forcing upon your audience a sense of guilt because you're now making them choose between memberships and putting up with Phil for being sick and causing all of these disruptions. So it's one of those things where, yes, you can understand why he needed to be as transparent as he could, but unfortunately, Phil has also had a reputation for being transparent about things that he shouldn't be and also not being fully clear about things that he ought to. And if it's true that he's logged on to WWE Champions as much as he did, it suggests to me again that any attempt that he could have compromised with his audience to do things in advance, like behind the scenes, that sort of thing is just not going to happen. Because, and again, I don't know if it's just because Phil's just that sick, but you make the call. Anyway, that is going to do it for part 1 of the top 10 worst DSP gaming moments of 2023. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys again in the next video. Take care and bye-bye for now.